We talked about Sigmund Freud, the great pioneer founders of let's say clinical psychology, the psychopathology, the real deeper elements of the foundations of the mind. We talked about libido, id, ego and superego.
Yeah.
In connection with that, now I am telling you that the id, that primal force, that original programmed energy of the human mind, that original id is to continuously search for pleasure principle. It is called the pressure pain principle. The system wants to avoid pain. Pain meaning all kinds of so-called unpleasant, negative, unmanageable, discomforting, disturbing, irritating, etc. situations or events or things or people or experiences and feelings and so on and so forth. So the mind is always insisting on pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. Though the same mind is contributing to displeasure. I would even say the mind is indirectly, secretly enjoying creating displeasure also. Some people find it a pleasure to talk about their tragedies in details. And they even cry and sob and say that I am so unfortunate and all that. But secretly they are enjoying that description of their situation. It's not easy to accept and understand for many people, but that's the fact.
I agree.
So when you say that yesterday I could not sleep, for example, a lot of people are worried about not able to sleep. It is all trained. The parents feel unhappy if the child is not sleeping, so if the child is forcibly put into sleep. And there's a lot of campaigns by the medical fraternity and other stupid intellectuals that you should sleep. There is even an action, what called? Early to sleep and early to rise, something like that. I used to say, the guy who wrote that slept at 12 o'clock in the night only. There are a number of research reports and myself interviewed so many highly creative people. In fact, none of them, not even a single one. I must have interviewed some 75, 80 people. Highly so-called well-known creative people, painters, dancers, singers, music directors, or film actors, script writers, painters, and so on and so forth. And I have analyzed the biography of more than 82 so-called super geniuses of the past about whom biographies are available in connection with my first doctoral research on creativity. In fact, there is even a statement that a highly creative person is the one who walks alone in the midnight. The majority of people driven by the centricity and conformity, they want to sleep at 8:30, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and if they don't sleep, their own mind is telling them you are in trouble. The latest report I read is about the chairman, managing director of one of the top newspapers in the country called Malayalam Manorama. Right now I don't get his name. He died at the age of 83 or 84. Even the previous night, he was found dead in the morning. Even the previous night, he was sitting and writing something at 2 o'clock in the night. 84. A lot of people come and tell me also, I did not sleep yesterday. So bloody what? Who the hell are you to be worried about not sleeping? Such an ego, such a worry, such a trained, conditioned anxiety about not sleeping. Have you heard of anybody dying because they could not sleep? I could not sleep. Who the hell is that I here which is worried about not able to sleep? 100,000 people are not able to sleep because they don't have food in their stomach. They are not worried. Educated, affluent people with all facilities and food and things like that, and one day if they don't sleep, because their mind is unmanageably overloaded with the confusions and worries, they are not able to sleep. So they are not able to manage their mind which is there, lying down alone. Till a point of time they may watch the mobiles or TV, and then that is also about, then to go down and lie in the bed and try to sleep, and they don't get to sleep because their mind is not at peace. It is not in equilibrium. Therefore they want to sleep. And if they don't sleep, they feel troubled and disturbed. Forget about all those things. And you are talking about being a yoga teacher, okay? So understand that margin of what is really correct and incorrect information and training. I told you that creative analytical intellect is required to differentiate between the good and the bad on one side. Second dimension, the right and the wrong. Third dimension, the correct and the incorrect. So do not be a victim of campaigns. If you don't find, because if you cannot sleep, you just take a book and read. And then you will sleep. Or just get out of your room and watch the empty sky. For which you should have sensitivity. For some 30-35 years, in fact I slept only at around 3 o'clock in the morning. 30-35 years. I feel fed up when at 3 o'clock I see the 3 o'clock. Then to sleep, what to do? I will smoke 2 cigarettes and then I get tired and then I go to sleep. I had no problems. I had not been to hospitals with any illness. And I am talking about people like that Manorama editor or 100 times super well-known geniuses like Albert Einstein or Edison or Rabindranath Tagore and all that. Do you think they wrote the great poetry in the daytime at 10 o'clock they take the book and start on writing? Most of those great works were written at the night only. No doubt about that. Because I have parallelly understood the work of the central nervous system. The right side of the brain is the active agent for intuition, imagination, visualization, projection, conceptualization, etc. Essential for creating poetry or fiction or analysis of data and reflecting upon the discovered items in the research journey. The left side of the brain is just logical, rational, normal, ordinary, centricity, conformity. So, sitting in the daytime, nobody can do anything wonderful, nobody can. Because the brain, on the daytime, the left side of the brain is operating. And in the night time, it shifts into the right brain. Even respiration is through the left nostril in the night. So, night is wonderful. I am waiting for the nights and sleeplessness. In that sleepless time, you just lay down and take your attention and go out. Focus on your consciousness and enjoy. That's what I do for the last 4 years. Because I have nothing else to do. You can just take your attention and go anywhere. It's the kind of experiments you can do. You are free, you and that laboratory of the mind are together in that dark night. So just don't repeat that statement to anybody or to yourself.
Okay.
If you have an illness of lack of sleep, there is an illness also. No sleep. Because the body is having some debilities or some problems. Therefore, the person cannot sleep. The so-called sleep area in the brain, so-called, is affected by some toxic substances and things like that. Then you may not have sleep. Then some so-called practical commitments. I have to pay the money back to the bank tomorrow, 2 lakh. So, no way. So thinking about that, sleep will be affected. That's okay. You search the internet. Sleeping tablets is one of the most sold in the world today, all over the world. A great majority of people can sleep only if they take a tablet. They get a medical doctor certification and they take the tablet and they go to sleep. Because they cannot manage their minds. The mind is, because the human being will be, what is a human being? Nobody really understands the gravity of the human being. It's the most powerful creature in the world. Most powerful engines are stored in the brain. It's like you buy a Mercedes-Benz and never drive it. And that engine will retaliate in its own sacred ways. I would say great majority of people are suffering because they do not drive their engines. That is why. And not given sufficient food, whenever it is available, in a smallest thing, it takes it and works out and put you into trouble. Because you have not used it for other suitable purposes. A highly learned individual, a philosopher, a person with a great amount of reading and reflection, he would not have any problem with no sleep. In fact, he is worried about sleep because he doesn't want to sleep. He wants to read 2 more pages. I am talking out of me. I don't have to go by biography alone. And the mind find out some reasons. Yesterday I could not sleep because I had to pay 2 lakh tomorrow. So what? So by not sleeping you will get 2 lakh tomorrow? Or sit down and work out. Fear. That is why the fear we are talking about. All the mindsets that are blocking, they are all driven by fear and anxiety and tension only. Including centricity and conformity, and next one, the fear of ambiguous and the unknown and the strange and the uncertain and the unexpected and the things. They are all out of fear only. The fear we have, the parents have injected into that innocent mind of the developing child. The fear that is ingested into the adult by the campaigns of the religion and the politics and the business and other people. All the leaders of society want to keep the people under fear. Look at this cigarette, what you call cigarette packet. Okay, they have written what you call tobacco users die younger. That is written anyway. And then there is another stupid figure on that. See, look at this. How can ugliness, how can vulgar ugliness be depicted better than this? Whereas in no other country in the world, they do this nonsense of showing a figure also. Okay? See, this is from England. They just say smoking kills. Smoking can cause a painful and slow death. It is written, that's all. Okay? Here maybe the government of India thinks that the great majority are illiterate and fools. So they have shown a picture threatening them instead of educating them. And there are road signs in traffic. Overspeed will kill you. Then they think that people are all afraid of death. All kinds of traffic signs are like that. Instead of educating them, drive intelligently. That should be the campaign. Drive creatively. That should be the campaign. To an evolved society. Here this is a third world country, therefore they continue to threat people by fear of death. So one day you are sleeping, you think that you will die?
No.
Then what? No, I am not talking about you. They are so unable to manage discomfort. Everything is in the comfort zone, you know. Only the affluent people are worried about no sleep. I have seen, in my experience. Those who are educated, those who are employed, those who are reasonable income, facilities of house and food and car and plenty of social contacts and other facilities, when they do not get sleep, they are very worried. Because their mind is all the time managed by interface with the other world, or at least with the mobile. I know even university professors who just not able to manage their sleepless mind, they go on watching films until 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the night. Yeah. Yes, one of my colleagues. Then Amaya was talking about, Arjun was talking about a guy in the IIT who goes on, after studying, he cannot sleep, he goes on playing games, computer games, till 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. Because that's the only way they can manage their mind. Because in that night time you are forced to be alone.
Yeah, true.
So mind, also, that's what I told you the other day. If you want to do a murder, the mind will support you. If you want to help somebody genuinely, the mind will support you. So if you are disturbed by sleep, the mind will find out some reason or the other. I had a dream, or I had a nightmare, or I had worried about some illness, or something mind will provide. This is what I told the other day. Just don't take the mind all the time. Okay. Human being is not a machine, it is an organic being. When it is under evolution and development, there may be some changes in the metabolism, so-called metabolism of the body and the hormonal process of the body. There may also, the body doesn't want to go to sleep. Okay? The body wants to sleep. So if it wants to sleep, it will sleep. Whatever you try, it will sleep. Even if you are driving on the main road, you will sleep. So when you do not sleep, that means the body does not want to sleep. That's all. Simple. Finished. Of course, except in case of illnesses. That's a different story. They will have many other problems also. Not only no sleep, there will be other problems. Indigestion problem, constipation problem, so-called gas problem. Many people have a so-called gas problem because they don't know what to eat, and how to manage their stomach. Constipation is the main problem for great majority of today with money. Ragadi rogi.